The ebook market is worth $19 billion. In 2031, increases to 27 billion. And I'm here to show you how you can also get your hands on some of that. So hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to create your own ebook in 3 simple steps. Now this video is divided into 2, so I'm going to talk about all the planning you need to do before you create the ebook, and I'll show you how you can use ChatGPT to expedite or speed up the process. Now, when you're creating an ebook, you need to look at 3 main areas, and these areas where ebooks tend to do the best are health, i.e. everybody's trying to lose weight or get better, change their diet, whatever. So many. There's IF, which is intermittent fasting. There's women going through the menopause trying to lose weight. If you've done that, you've achieved that, can you show others how to do it? So there's health, there's wealth. Everybody doesn't seem to be happy with the money they have. Everybody wants to make more money, including myself. And of course, there's relationships. So at any one time, half of the population are in a relationship, but guess what? The other half are looking for a relationship. So those 3 areas, health, wealth, relationships, always do well. However, in order to make sure that your ebook does well, you need to understand what exactly you're going to write about. So niche down and decide on the area. And it's helpful if it's something that you've actually gone through yourself. So if you're somebody over 40 and you have lost weight, you can show us how you did it. What did you eat? How often did you eat? Did you do any exercise? What kind of exercises did you do? So people will be interested in you showing them a step-by-step process of how you achieved that. If you've moved country, say you jackpad or jackpada, maybe you've left where you grew up to go to another country. How did you achieve that? What was that process like? Is there anything that you learned that you can share with others so they don't make the same mistakes? There are challenges that you've overcome in your life. Maybe an illness. Is there something you want to share about that? Buying your first property. What was that process like? What is it you can help others to do? Have you set up a business? What are the key elements of succeeding at that business? Have you changed careers? I'm changing a career. What is it you can show people? How did you manage that? What were some of the things you saw and how did you overcome them? Now your book has to be personal for it to sell well, because people are looking to be transformed by your book. So you're trying to take them from A to B. They had no savings and now they had savings. They didn't have confidence and now they have confidence. They were not in a relationship and now they are in a relationship. They were at a certain weight. They wanted to lose weight and now you've shown them how to lose that weight. So these are some of the ideas, but you have to remember that your book needs to transform. So now we've decided on the book. The second element is who are the people, who are your target audience. Now sometimes we call it avatar or your ideal client, but you must know who you're selling the book to. Because if you're selling the book to everyone, you're selling it to no one. Your book, i.e. the cover, the words you use, needs to be relatable to that target audience. And the best avatar to use, guess what, is yourself. Because if you've overcome that, there are definitely people like yourself who are also looking to overcome the same thing that you've overcome. And using yourself as an avatar is the easiest. When I'm creating content, I use myself as an avatar. Now, sometimes it can be difficult, but because we all suffer from the curse of knowledge, we assume that because we know, other people know. But that's not true. You'll be surprised to know how much you actually know that other people don't. But you need to share it. So you need to test the market. Now, one way of doing that is, say for instance, you're looking to write a book about how you saved for your first home. You have to go online and search for similar books. Go on Amazon. Look at the books that have been written. Look at the 5-star reviews, what people liked. Look at what they didn't like and try and bridge that gap. Try and introduce that. Now, my channel is about helping people create digital products from their knowledge, skills, and experience. And I've been on courses. I've done some research around courses, and I've noticed that the reasons people are not happy with them is that they don't show them a step-by-step process. They just say, oh yeah, create an ebook, go to chat, get an outline, develop it, and then write. And a lot of people are stuck on that because a lot of people still like to be handheld. So that's one example of how you do your research. But go and look at what's been written and see what people are saying, especially the one-star reviews, and see how you can improve your ebook so it covers those things that were not covered by the original ebook. And also you can go on platforms like Quora and Reddit and see what people are saying. That's your target audience. What are the questions they're asking? And make sure you cover that in your ebook. So now you have your target audience, you have an idea of the book. Now we're going to go on ChatGPT and look at the third element, and this is getting a title, an outline for your book, and possibly a bit more information. But what I would say, this is a warning, when you're using ChatGPT, be very careful because it makes a lot of mistakes and you cannot copy and paste onto Amazon if you're selling on Amazon, because what will tend to happen is you'll get a lot of bad reviews, and Amazon does, I don't think it accepts 100% AI generated copy, and AI makes a lot of mistakes. And remember, people are buying it for your own experience, and I'm sure ChatGPT does not know your experience, so you have to make sure you're adding your experience so it becomes relatable. Now, one thing I've done with my books, obviously it's based on my experience, I make sure it's conversational. So I'm talking, in my books, it actually reads like I'm sitting and talking to you. And that's one thing that people have given us feedback for my books. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to now take you on to ChatGPT. So catch me over there. I've opened a temporary chat, and in here, this is my prompt. So for the purposes of this, I've decided to go for something simple that's relatable. So I've asked it to come up with titles for a prompt. So this is a prompt for a book on how to create meals for weight loss for women. Anyway, it knows what I'm saying. Yeah, it's all jumped up here. For women over 40 years old. But yeah, doesn't matter. It'll understand. But for the over sabis in the chat, over 40 plus. So, and I've asked it to focus on meals that take less than 20 minutes to prepare. So the first instance, I'm going to ask it to suggest 10 titles using relevant keywords. And cut, and I paste it in the chat. Now, if you already have blog posts or you've written a book, you can actually use this and attach a file and ask it to create something. So I can, if you want me to show you a video how I use that, I can do that. But for this one, this is what we're going to do. So here it is. This means it's using 4.0, which is a newer version. Anyway, so here are some of the titles. So 20 minutes slim down. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't read. Ageless appetite, speedy slim. 40 and fabulous. Now 40 and fabulous is a very common terminology. And remember, when you're taking any of these headings, you can mix and match. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste that into my document here. So it's good to have a Google Doc. Just makes it easy. I'm actually looking through this and I'm thinking, I like 40 and fabulous. I like this one as well. It's quick and healthy weight loss recipes for women over 40. So when you're creating your title, you need to make it easy. So we've chosen this one. And I think that's, yeah, it says everything. Quick and healthy weight loss recipes for women over 40. Now, you can change this at any point. So what I'm going to ask Chat to do now is to create an outline. So I hope you understand that. So there you go. This is an example of how it will do that. ChatGPT can and does make mistakes. Difficult for us to start, from a blank page, and this just helps you to put something so you're not starting from ground zero. So as you can see, it's got 10 chapters. So if you're creating this kind of book, you'll obviously be able to go through it and see. And I love that. Healthy 10-minute snacks, why snacking matters, understanding craving. So all these are important because remember, if you're going to go through any diet or weight loss program, you have to understand what informs you, why you do the things you do. So a lot of us do like to eat in between meals. So here it's getting you to understand the psychology of what you do. So I like all that, and it talks about water. So all these are great. Meal prepping. So if you're somebody who likes to prep ahead, I do. this is great as well. So what I'm going to ask you to do is write an introduction for the book. Now, like I said, Chat can write a lot of things. All of them may not apply, but at least this is a great starting point. What you can do is go back in there and ask it to prompt based on the chapters, but you can do that. This is just to help you see. So you can screenshot the prompt. That's one prompt. It creates the outline. If you're not happy, you can ask it to create another outline. Again, make sure you're adding your own content. But anyway, I think this is it, and you can literally give it any prompt you want about your book. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat, and you tell me which book are you going to start outlining and creating today. So we have a bank holiday coming up, so use that wisely. Think about a book you've always wanted to write. We've often heard that every one of us has a book within us. So which book do you want to write? So yeah, that marks the end of this video. So how did you find it? Do you use ChatGPT a lot? Let me know in the comments. Which book would you be writing first? Do you need any more help with that? Please remember to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.